Breaking news just a few minutes ago, Caitlin Clark not making the Olympic team. What are your thoughts on that?
Because I think it makes a mockery of the women's game. Okay, cool. Now we just have to have people because of marketing and their intention, and they're not as talented. We're not putting the best team out there.
She got the call on the bus, and she texted me to let me know, and the thing she said was, "Hey, Coach, they woke a monster."
Larry Bird just made waves, offering Caitlin Clark her own team. This came right after that heated moment with Marina Mabrey, and Clark was still glowing from a game that had the whole arena going crazy and even had the commentators speechless. She was cool at the podium, breaking down her moves, showing love to her teammates, and owning every bit of her jaw-dropping performance. Everything was smooth, until one reporter dropped a wild comment out of nowhere. No question, no setup, just a straight-up bomb. The energy vanished. You could feel the shift in the room. And Clark? Her face said it all. Shocked, thrown off, maybe even tight over what was said. What could have hit her like that? We're not talking about some average rookie. This is Caitlin Clark, the one flipping the entire women's game on its head. Her crossover is deadly. Her attitude's fearless, and her star power, off the charts. She's made every game must-watch since her Iowa days running the college scene to battling it out in Indiana. The support? Crazy. Sold-out arenas, breaking viewership records, and her face everywhere from highlight reels to magazine covers. Clark isn't just in the spotlight. She is the spotlight. But here's the crazy part. After everything Caitlin Clark has done to boost the game, the WNBA hasn't exactly shown her love. Instead of rolling out the red carpet, she's getting side eyes, harsh criticism, and some treatment that feels real personal. Instead of being celebrated, she's getting hit with resistance from all angles. Some vets in the league are straight up brushing her off, acting like she doesn't even exist. No props for her talent, no recognition, just silence or shade. And the refs? They're letting defenders come at her wild, throwing elbows and roughing her up with fouls that anyone else would get called for. It's like they're saying she's open season for cheap shots. What makes it worse? The league's top dogs are dead quiet. No protection, no public support, just crickets. It's like they'd rather pretend nothing's happening than actually back up one of the brightest stars to hit their courts in years. But even with all the chaos and noise, Clark's not flinching. She's dominating the stats sheet, balling with the control and mindset of someone who's been in the game for a decade. She lets her game speak, and right now, it's yelling louder than any of the hate. And now, someone powerful just stepped in like a real game changer. Larry Bird, the Indiana icon and NBA Hall of Famer, knows what it feels like to walk into a cutthroat league, carry a whole franchise, and take hits from every direction. And now, he sees Caitlin Clark fighting that same battle, and he's not just watching from the sidelines. He's jumping in head first. Bird's been firing shots, calling out players like Marina Mabrey for throwing cheap fouls and playing dirty. But he's not stopping there. He's going straight at WNBA leadership, accusing them of protecting old power circles instead of uplifting new talent and letting the game evolve. To Larry, Clark isn't just another rookie. She's a full-blown revolution. She's the future of the sport, the kind of talent that flips the whole system. She's proof that greatness doesn't come easy. It's earned through fire. While Clark dominates on the hardwood and inspires people off the court, Bird's watching, and he's riding for everything she stands for. His explosive defense of her has ripped the curtain off the WNBA's darker side, showing everyone that true legends don't just make history, they rewrite it. And now? Word is, Bird's cooking up something massive. A brand new basketball empire with Clark at the center, ready to shake up the entire future of the game. This ain't just Bird venting, this is chess, not checkers. Larry Bird's not just frustrated, he's ready for war. He's been watching every cheap shot, every shove, every elbow thrown at Caitlin Clark, while league officials just stand there like they didn't see a thing. To him, this isn't just about bad calls, it's straight up neglect, pure disrespect. Bird's not here for boardroom talk or weak promises like, we'll look into it. He wants real change, and he wants it now. Insiders say his vision is massive, either a powerhouse squad built completely around Clark or an entire new league, one where skill, grit, and raw talent shine without all the politics, jealousy, and ego that keep dragging women's basketball down. And honestly, he's got a point. Every time Caitlin Clark hits the court, ratings skyrocket. When she's missing, those numbers crash. She's not just another baller. She's the pulse of women's hoops, the face of the game, and easily the most valuable player in the league right now. But Bird sees even more. He sees the future of basketball. Not just women's basketball, the whole game. And if the WNBA won't protect her or push her into the global spotlight where she clearly belongs, Bird's not waiting around. He's stepping in himself. No soft statements, no empty gestures. He's coming in swinging, calling out refs, shining a light on shady league policies, and putting all the unfair treatment on blast for the world to see. Larry Bird is deep in the trenches, breaking down game tape, calling out dirty plays, and forcing the tough conversations the league's been dodging. But he's not stopping there. Word is, he's quietly laying the foundation for something massive. A shakeup so big it could flip the entire basketball world on its head. To Bird, Caitlin Clark isn't just someone to cheer for. She's a whole brand, a walking movement, a franchise waiting to happen. And he's not just hyping her up from the sidelines. He's ready to lead the charge. As a coach, strategist, and builder, Bird's gearing up to create an empire with Clark right at the center. Caitlin's not just stacking up points. She's changing the entire direction of the game. And Larry, he's not letting anybody block her path. What started as frustration has now turned into a full-blown, game-changing vision to flip the script on how basketball works on and off the court. But here's the warning shot. If the WNBA keeps playing blind to Clark's rise and lets the behind-the-scenes drama grow, they might just lose the one star holding it all together. This is the league's final alarm. Either get it right or risk losing the only player packing out arenas, pulling massive TV numbers, and bringing in a whole new wave of fans. Caitlin Clark isn't just a baller, she's the whole future. Caitlin Clark is a force of nature, a whole movement in sneakers. She's pulling massive crowds and bringing in a fresh, younger audience that never even looked twice at women's hoops until she hit the scene. She's the spark lighting up arenas across the country, turning casual watchers into real fans. But instead of protecting their biggest star and building on the momentum, the WNBA has let a toxic vibe take over. Cheap shots get shrugged off like they're just part of the game. Players like Clark? They're not respected, they're targeted, and even resented. And the most dangerous part? The silence at the top. After that wild moment when Marina Mabrey blindsided Clark after the whistle, the league should have stepped up instantly. There should have been action, a bold message, something. But instead, nothing but crickets. That silence speaks volumes. And it's sending the wrong message. Larry Bird's not staying quiet. Back in his day, yeah, the game was rough, but you handled it, owned it, and moved on. What's happening now? It's not toughness, it's neglect. Meanwhile, the WNBA's sitting on their hands while their most valuable player is getting thrown around and fans are starting to talk. Will Caitlin Clark stay? Or will she bounce? Maybe to Europe, where the respect hits different, or even crazier, to a brand new league that Larry Bird might build from scratch. Because let's be real, if Caitlin Clark walks, millions of fans walk with her. She's not just playing the game, she's redefining it, solo. And if Bird's courtside, clipboard in hand, ready to guide her into a bold new chapter, nobody's gonna be surprised. While the WNBA stalls out, Larry Bird is already strategizing. If they don't act fast, they're not just losing Clark, they're losing the future of women's basketball. And Bird's warning? It's only getting louder. Ignore Caitlin Clark, and you're not just risking a player, you're risking the whole future of the WNBA. If the league keeps dropping the ball on protecting her, Larry Bird's vision could pull her and millions of loyal fans onto a whole new path. But wait. Who is Larry Bird, really? Let's break down the relentless legend behind all this noise. Larry Bird wasn't just good, he was a game changer. The man turned into the face of the Boston Celtics in the 1980s didn't just play basketball, he redefined it. Bird had this wild ability to take broken teams and turn them into dynasties. He brought the Celtics back to glory and helped launch basketball into a global spotlight. Known for his ice-cold shooting and crazy high basketball IQ, Bird was dangerous every time he touched the ball. He racked up 3 NBA MVP awards, led the Celtics to 10 Atlantic Division titles, and walked away with 3 NBA championships, all in just a 13-year career. Born on December 7, 1956, in West Baden Springs, Indiana, Larry Joe Bird came from humble beginnings. He grew up in a working-class family, struggling to raise 6 kids, and life was far from easy. His parents eventually split, and things got real. But Bird's love for hoops? Unshakable. He wasn't the fastest or most gifted athlete, but his grind was relentless. While others were chilling, Bird was in the gym nonstop. By the time he hit high school, he was already a full-blown local legend in Indiana, a state where basketball isn't just a sport, it's religion. After a brutal playoff loss in 1983, Larry Bird made a vow. He'd grind harder, shoot longer, and never let that heartbreak happen again. And just a year later, he made good on it. In 1984, Bird led the Celtics to a legendary NBA Finals showdown against none other than his college rival, Magic Johnson. It was a 7-game war, and the Celtics came out on top, snatching the title from the Lakers and putting Boston right back on the throne. But when Bird finally hung up his jersey, he didn't walk away. Nah, he just switched lanes and kept shaping the game from behind the scenes. By 1997, Bird took on a brand new role, head coach of the Indiana Pacers. No coaching background, no slow start, just results straight out the gate. In his first season, he shocked the league, taking the Pacers to a franchise-best 58-24 record, finishing just behind Jordan's Bulls. That insane turnaround earned him NBA Coach of the Year in May 1998, making Bird only the 4th rookie coach in history to win it. And here's the wild part. He'd already been named Rookie of the Year as a player. Now he was Coach of the Year too. That's next-level greatness. Few will ever reach Bird's level. He wasn't just a baller. He was a builder, a leader, and a symbol of nonstop hustle and heart. His fingerprints are everywhere in basketball. And now, meet the female version rising through the noise, Caitlin Clark. She's not just out here playing ball, she's rewriting the game, smashing every expectation and showing the world exactly what a modern sports superstar really looks like. Rookies are expected to play it quiet, grind, stay humble, wait their turn. But Caitlin Clark, she's doing the exact opposite. Fearless, unapologetic, and flipping the whole vibe of women's basketball game by game. The second she hits the court, the spotlight's hers. Pressure? She eats it up. And don't get it twisted. She's not getting any passes out there. Every matchup is a test. She's getting elbowed, shoved, fouled like it's open season, and booed like she's the villain in somebody else's movie. Players treat her like she doesn't belong, like she hasn't earned it. But here's the plot twist. She thrives in that chaos. That hate, that disrespect, it doesn't break her. It builds her. Every foul, every cheap shot just makes her grind harder. She's not out here folding, she's out here dominating. While some players worry about IG clips or whine about minutes, Caitlin's locked in. Eyes on the game. She's running the floor, dropping dimes, stacking up buckets, and leading her squad like a seasoned vet. And while she's doing that, she's selling out arenas and breaking TV records. And here's the wildest part. She's only 23. Calm, focused, ice in her veins. She's got a level of control most players never touch, even after a decade in the league. Larry Bird, one of the coldest legends to ever do it, sees that spark in her. He knows exactly what sets her apart. Because greatness recognizes greatness. It's not just Caitlin Clark's skill, it's her grit, her mindset, and that unshakable will to win. Larry Bird knows what it's like to go head-to-head with vets, take hard fouls, and grind through every game. But even he admits, his rise didn't come with the kind of nonstop spotlight Caitlin deals with every single night. Still, no matter how heavy the pressure gets, Clark never backs down. She doesn't even flinch. To Larry Bird, Caitlin isn't just a standout player. She's the future of women's basketball. Living proof that the game isn't just growing, it's on the verge of blowing up. Bigger, faster, and more electrifying than ever. She's not here to play it safe or follow outdated rules. She's here to redefine the game, how it's played, how it's watched, and how it's respected. Every time she gets knocked down and bounces back tougher, she's doing more than winning games. She's winning over hearts, sparking real conversations and shifting the whole culture of the league. And Larry? He's not just cheering from the seats, he's deep in it. Emotionally, mentally, and strategically, he's riding with her. Because Caitlyn's not just up against hard fouls, she's battling an entire system that still wants to box women's basketball into old limits. This right here? It's a crossroads. Will the league finally embrace raw talent and superstar energy? Or will it keep getting dragged down by jealousy, politics, and weak leadership, risking the one player who could take it all to the next level?
They deserve it. They had a tremendous season. Kim Mulkey coached them so well. She's one of the best basketball coaches of all time, and it shows. And she only said really kind things to me in the handshake line, so I'm very grateful for that too. But honestly, I have no idea, and I was just trying to, spend the last few moments on the court with, especially the 5 people that I've started 93 games with in relative.
Larry Bird's answer couldn't be clearer. Caitlin Clark isn't the problem. She's the solution. To him, she's not just a player, she's the movement, the spark, the bright light women's basketball has been waiting for. Her resilience is already reshaping the sport, showing the world she's worth protecting. Because protecting her means protecting the future of the game itself. Bird's message isn't some feel-good pep talk, it's a direct call-out to WNBA leadership. To him, Caitlin Clark represents everything the league could be, bold, fearless, and global. And now he's daring the league to rise up with her, or watch it all slip away. But here's the big question. Will the WNBA truly embrace everything Clark brings to the table? Or will it keep letting outdated politics, unchecked aggression, and behind-the-scenes drama dim her shine? Larry sees what a lot of execs are too scared to admit. While some are brushing Caitlin off as just a viral moment that'll fade out in a year, Bird knows better. He sees the full vision. Caitlin Clark isn't a trend. She's a foundation. Investing in her isn't about giving her special treatment. It's about securing the future of women's basketball. Bird's been through it all. He's lived the championship highs and seen raw talent go to waste when nobody had their back. He knows what happens when you protect greatness and exactly what it looks like when you leave it exposed to cheap fouls, trash talk, and a toxic culture that pushes stars out the door. This goes way beyond just one player's career. The entire identity of the WNBA is on the line. Fans aren't tuning in to watch messy drama, on-court hostility, and non-stop cheap fouls. They show up for the magic, for skill, competition, and those unforgettable moments that give the game life. And Caitlin Clark, she is that magic. She's breaking records, pulling in millions of new eyes, and creating hype that women's basketball has never seen before. But if the league keeps fumbling the bag, failing to protect its biggest star, those fans might walk away. And this time, they may not come back. Larry Bird isn't just waving a warning flag. He's dropping hints about something way bigger. A bold new vision for the future of the sport. With decades of experience building winning cultures, Bird knows exactly how to create something lasting. And if the WNBA doesn't evolve, and fast, he might just do it himself. Imagine a franchise built completely around Caitlin Clark, where respect, raw talent, and real leadership run the show. He's even rumored to be considering a whole new league, one built on excellence, not politics, on progress, not pettiness. Bird's loyalty to Caitlin Clark isn't just about respect, it's about vision. He sees her for what she really is, a once-in-a-generation talent who's already inspiring millions, on and off the court. She plays smart, moves fast, and handles pressure like a vet twice her age. She's not just here to play the game, she's here to change it. And if the WNBA doesn't act fast, they risk losing the one player who could take the entire league to a level it's never reached. But Larry Bird? He's not letting this slide. Whether it's a brand new squad, a full-blown league, or a whole movement built from scratch, Bird's ready to lead the charge. Caitlin Clark doesn't just raise the bar, she is the bar. And if the WNBA can't keep up, best believe Larry might just create something that will. So what do you think about this game-changing move? Could a whole new league be on the way? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to share this video. Catch you in the next one.